Strap in. Hold on tight. It's now time to go. Green flag racing. Well, Ron Brown with a nice little start. Down the front stretch of the turns 1 and 2, leading over Randy Lovell in second. Thomas Pepper now going to drift back to third, and he's going to have his hands full. The 9 of Scott Barber coming around, going to try to work and complete lap number 1. It's going to be the 58 of Ron Brown holding on to that race lead. Lap number 1 in the books. It is the 58 of Ron Brown out in front. Over the 83 of Randy Lovell. Lovell now looks to the inside, has the drive off, the whole shot down the backstretch. He'll take the race lead. Meanwhile, the 16 of Thomas Pepper off the pace, off of turn number 2. Lap number 2, the leader's going to be the 83 of Randy Lovell, followed by Ron Brown. Third spot right now being contested between the 9 of Scott Barber and Mason Baker. Craig Enderly right now rounds out the top 5, but now trying to put some distance between himself and Ron Brown is that 83 car of Randy Lovell. Back there in that third spot, though, it's a great battle. Scott Barber, Mason Baker battling for that third spot. And, boy, they are really eating each other up down the front stretch. All over the back bumper is Mason Baker looking for that opening down off of turn number 2. Hit side by side, door to door, wheel to wheel off turn number 2. Cross flags are down. We're halfway home, and it's still Randy Lovell dominating out in front right now over Ron Brown. And it's Mason Baker now. Slide job up off 4. He'll take the third spot. Here comes the 9 of Scott Barber. He's going to peek down low, but no. Mason Baker has the momentum on the top side. Randy Lovell pacing the field out in front, and I mean, he is really pacing it. 58 of Ron Brown has fallen off some 7 to 9 car lengths. It's Mason Baker in third. Fourth is the 9 of Scott Barber. 2 laps remain. 2 laps remain. Still the 83 of Randy Lovell pacing the field out in front of Ron Brown. Cars spaced out all around the Golden Triangle Raceway Park. And here is your white flag. One more trip around the tricky triangle here at the Golden Triangle Raceway Park. Randy Lovell now working in lap traffic. He's going to take care of Thomas Pepper down the backstretch. Clean, stay green, and comes off 3 and 4 here in just a moment. With the checkered flag in sight, heat race gonna go to Randy Lovell.
You're gonna want to try to beat him into the corner and just try to block your best so that he cannot get around, because once you get that long body chassis to the inside, you don't have much room to work with. And coming on into a 2 race winning streak is at 33, so we'll look to see how we go.
And we're green flag racing. Well, you didn't waste any time. Mason Baker making it 3 wide for just a moment for that top spot, but it's going to settle out 2 wide between Brown and Lovell.
Randy Lovell with a good run right around the bottom, and Ron Brown has not been standing down at all this season. He went back to the drawing board in the offseason, and he has been a front runner every race since.
That top side, the saving grace, that time off of 4 for Brown. Now once again the top side. This time though, Lovell gets that drive off down the backstretch.
Lovell and Brown once again side by side. Lovell has the advantage through the corner, looking to get a run. Off the top is Ron Brown once again.
While this is going over the top spot, Mason Baker has to be smiling as he closes in tighter and tighter on the top 2. Down the backstretch is Randy Lovell down on the inside, Brown on the outside. Still door to door, wheel to wheel in turns 3 and 4.
As those leaders are working and battling against each other, a little tap and go side by side is Baker and Brown. Brown off the wall. Stays out of Baker into turns 1 and 2. Baker with the advantage.
Little bit of right side damage on the on that 58 machine of Ron Brown. He tries to collect himself. Meanwhile, Lovell now clear sailing out in front. Now behind him is Mason Baker. Brown in third.
Baker trying to stay nice and smooth and methodical through these corners. This is his first time at GTRP in the car this season. Been racing a couple times out of town, and now he's got to get used to these tight corners back, as you called it, the tricky triangle.
Well, right now he has done that job a little bit more through turns 1 and 2. He cut it down to about 4 car lengths for just a moment. Now Lovell once again stretches out to about 6 as they come through turns 3 and 4. This time off at turn number 4, still level out in front, followed by Mason Baker and Ron Brown. Still your top 3.
And with 5 laps down, 10 to go, here's a lap car. Enderley may be a little bit of an aid to Baker, but that's not going to be the case right here as Randy Lovell works his way around clean and green, as does Baker through 3 and 4.
Cross flags are down. We are halfway home in tonight's feature event for the Street Stocks. And it's been all about the Randy Lovell show. Now Mason Baker even closer through 1 and 2.
Baker drawing within a couple lengths right now through 3 and 4. Car rotating very nicely. Starting to shape himself up for striking distance against that 83 of Lovell. But there's Ron Brown now in the 58 working his way around lap car. Does so nice and smooth.
That car of Ron Brown just not been the same after sending the contact up off turn number 4. But now it's down to 2 drivers battling it out for that top spot. Randy Lovell, that name synonymous with winning here at GTRP and other tracks around the area. But this young guy, Mason Baker, that name goes back several years ago and has a lot of memories for me. And right now he's trying to drive down a legend here at GTRP.
That's right. You've got a man with a lot of miles under that fire suit, and Baker is working every bit of that car that he can. And you see him there, makes a little mistake and scrubs off some speed on the exit of 2. And Randy Lovell, he can't seem to stretch it out more than 4 car lengths. Baker not giving it away.
The big problem here for Mason Baker, though, Randy Lovell just smooth as silk through the corners. No bobbles, no mess-ups, just keeping that car where it needs to be at all times. Take advantage of all the grip he can possibly find here around this slick racetrack.
Yeah, and you know, right there we saw in turns 1 and 2, Baker pushing a little bit through the middle of the corner. Car may be a little tight. Track conditions may be a little bit heavier than what they had set up for. You can see it right there again through the middle. It just pushes right up the line. Randy Lovell now with another lap car under his belt between he and Baker, drumming it up. 2 laps to go.
That's right, 2 laps to go this time by, and this top spot battle is going to get even tighter as the heartbeat races with 2 laps to go. It's Randy Lovell trying to hold off a hard-charging Mason Baker.
1.5 laps left. C1 Enderley right there. Randy Lovell right on his back bumper, but stays off of him just enough. White flag waving for Randy Lovell.
Boy, that could have gone either way there in turns 3 and 4, but Lovell, the KG veteran, did the right thing, had the patience, the virtue that it took to get underneath the Craig Enderley machine for the final time. They worked their way through turns 3 and 4, down to the checkered flag. It's going to be Randy Lovell over Mason.
Flagman in control, looking for the right opportunity to send them going. Strap in, race fans, hold on tight. It's green flag racing. Willis going to get the early advantage through turns 1 and 2. The 94 machine of J.J. McDonald going to settle back in second. And the battle for that third spot between the 97 machine of Garrett Gregory and the 4 of Wendell Wilkerson. Willis trying to stretch it out in front. Right now, that battle, the 94 machine of J.J. McDonald just trying to find some grip. Needs some grip in that machine right now, and he's trying to find it here on the Golden Triangle, the tricky triangle right now, but not so tricky to 123, Howard Willis. Out in front is Willis, followed by the 94 machine of J.J. McDonald. Garrett Gregory rides third. 4X Wendell Wilkerson in the 4th spot. Howard Willis still leading out in front of the field, as it's still the 94 of J.J. McDonald riding along second. 97 of Garrett Gregory, Wendell Wilkerson. That's your field. A lot of maturation process taking place on this racetrack right now, as the sun now starting to set at least over one half of the racing surface. That'll change things up a bit as the night continues on. And there's your signal this time by. 2 laps to go this time by for Howard Willis out in front. That signal being shown to the drivers as they make their way down the front stretch.
Garrett Gregory along with Wendell Wilkerson getting that signal as well. Now this time by the white flag will be displayed. One more lap to go. One lap remains for limited modified heat race number 1. Checkered flag is down for the legend Howard Willis as he takes. Going green this time by, ladies and gentlemen. So once again, strap in, hold on tight. It's more limited modified green flag racing. Chase Breezy off the top side of the speedway. Going to waste no time putting that 71 machine out in front. He'll relegate Jeff Murphy back to second. John Weibel now in the third spot, looking low up off turn number 4. He'll settle in back in third. Weibel trying to take advantage of the slip there in turns 1 and 2 by that 1X of Jeff Murphy. Could not do it. And Murphy holds on to that second spot. Breezy still out in front. Chase Breezy out in front, followed by Jeff Murphy. Then it's the 18 machine of John Weibel. Mallory Wishart in the 4th spot. One X of Jeff Murphy seems to have found a little bit more grip in that race machine there in that middle lane. He's been able to close it in a couple times in a couple car lengths of Chase Breezy. Cross flags are down. We are halfway home here in the limited modified heat race number 2. It's almost like Breezy felt a little bit of the pressure there from the 1X and decided to kind of give it a little bit more oomph in that 71 machine as he continues to hold the lead out in front over the 1X of Jeff Murphy. John Weibel still riding along in that 3rd spot, calculating what he needs to do to get that car better and better as the night proceeds on. 2 laps to go this time by, race fans. Top 3 gathering in close as we work these last 2 laps. A little bit of rubber banding going on between these top 3 machines. Chase Breezy going to get the white flag this time by. 1 lap remains for limited modified heat race number 2. Well, that was close quarters there up off turn number 2 between the 1X of Murphy and Weibel. But up off turn number 4, checkered flag is in hand. It's going to be Chase Breezy taking the win over the 1X of Jeff Murphy.
Here we are, folks. The green is in the air and the hammer is down. It's showtime. Chase Breezy leads him down into turns 1 and 2, all on his own. J.J. McDonald with a freight train gets into the 18 of John Weibel.
Chase Breezy showing the pace early out in front as we work lap number 1. He'll put that machine out in front. 71 leads lap number 1, followed by the 1X of Jeff Murphy.
Jeff Murphy always fast here at GTRP. And another one you got to watch out for is that 97 of Garrett Gregory.
Yellow flag going to come out for debris out in turns 1 and 2. Yellow flag is out. Debris over in turns 1 and 2. It came off of one of those machines running about the 6th spot. Yellow lights are out, and the green flag's going to be able to come back on. Race fans, one more time, join me. Strap on in. Hold on tight. Let's go. Green flag racing. Working through 1 and 2. Let's see if we stay clean and green. Yes, sir, we will. Down the backstretch. RPMs going high.
Jeff Murphy right there on the back bumper of Chase Breezy, but here comes the 18 of John Weibel with a run out of turn 4. Weibel hasn't had the best luck so far in 2018 in the number 18, and he's going to hopefully change some of that here tonight.
Who hit the setup? Because this track has certainly gone through a change since the heat races, and right now, Chase Breezy, he has his hands full with that 1X of Murphy.
And we got him kind of going around there in turns 3 and 4. Yellow flag gonna come on out.
Well, we're hearing it's possibly gonna be called on that number 4 machine, that 4X.
Chase Breezy out front, going to start him out in the middle of turns 3 and 4, waits all the way to the exit. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen, we are back underway. Gregory and McDonald side by side into turns 1 and 2. McDonald with a mistake, and there's Garrett Gregory in the 97 all alone in the 4th place spot, but Mallory Wishart scrubbing around with the 23 of Howard Willis. Willis trying to find his way around the top.
Still Chase Breezy out in front of Murphy as they continue to pace this field. Weibel would just like to find a way to find some grip and get up there with those top 2, but he's sliding high up off turn number 2. He allows the 97 machine of Garrett Gregory close in a little bit closer as they turn 3 and 4.
Yeah, Garrett Gregory and John Weibel both running the top line of the racing surface, and that top is going to start to come in a little bit more and give these sprint cars a cushion, but, you know, early on, it's going to be interesting to see how that top groove is going to work in, because around the bottom in the middle of the racing surface is where the 71 of Chase Breezy has found success.
Track position so critical, and right now is a big tail up off turn number 4. Big time issues there for Howard Willis as he was just trying to get on Richard. He gets involved in a tangle with a 17 machine as well, that being Dustin Hawkins.
Yeah, and you say Dustin Hawkins, this is his first night in the limited modified class. He has won 2 races in the rookie limiteds, and he's trying his luck here with the big boys tonight. He's got the 23 of Howard Willis in his sights, and Howard has his hands full with the 11 of Mallory Wishart, and a little touch and go, shall we say, and we'll see how this is going to get shaken out.
There was a little bit of trading paint going on between those 3, and somebody was eventually going to go around. It just happens to be Mallory Wishart. As you said, we'll see how they call this one.
Look like 23 to me.
The preliminary call right now, Howard Willis is going to get called with the yellow for sending her around and getting that quarter panel, but you know, we'll see how it's going to shake out. We're going to talk things over, see what the track officials saw. But, I mean, I don't know about you, Jonathan, but it looked a little obvious right there when she went around.
And you got to understand, it starts to become frustrating. You know, you take the deal, you go to the back, you get spun once, and then you find yourself just mired in traffic on a racetrack. The setup-wise right now, it's hard to make your way to the front. And for him, that didn't turn out so well here tonight.
No, not at all. And he's found success in that line. He's progressively gotten faster, and there he was on the top, had a good run right after he set the car into the corner. And once he got back in the gas, he just had nowhere to go but through the 11 of Wishart.
Well, right now, that 23 of Howard Willis down in the infield and not on the right. Two yellows, that's right. And he's not on the right side of victory lane tonight.
No, he's not. He's going to be watching this one from the shadow of the banner. Not what he was expecting coming out here tonight. And hey, at least on the upside, he went to the back, got $200 no matter what. So we'll see how this one's going to finish out as the lights are out. But Chase Breezy still out front.
Yeah, Chase Breezy, Murphy, all those guys are going to be smiling right now. They've got the legend out of the way, but right now what's coming back is the green flag. So one more time, ladies and gentlemen, do it right. Strap in, hold on tight. We're going more green flag racing. Going to work our way down to turns 1 and 2. It's still single file pretty much through the top 7 cars. Still Chase Breezy pacing them out in front over Jeff Murphy.
Yeah, in every corner you can see Chase Breezy really pulling them by several lengths at a time. And then once he sets the car in for the corner, Jeff Murphy gets a little bit of a run, but then Chase just takes it all the way back. And with a run there was a 97 of Garrett Gregory, but gets on the brakes and stays out of the back of the 18 of Weibel.
Weibel, this caution may have allowed him to gain some composure, get back that rhythm that most drivers love to gain in these racetracks, especially a smaller track like this here at Golden Triangle Raceway Park. He'll try to run down Jeff Murphy.
Yeah, and we've got a wonderful track tonight, real smooth and very, very fast. And these guys are trying to hit those marks, stay consistent, and maintain a lot of corner speed because in these tight corners at GTRP, if you can maintain a good corner speed, it'll get you a good run out of the exit and down the straightaways.
Smoke now starting to billow out of that 4X machine. A little bit more each and every lap for Wilkerson.
17 of Dustin Hawkins looking for a way around McDonald through turns 3 and 4. McDonald still in the way of Hawkins there, and there goes Wilkerson around in the 4X as we are cross flags halfway home.
J.J. McDonald right now, and Dustin Hawkins in a very tight battle back there for position as they run currently in the 5th and 6th spot. That's been a great battle, probably the best battle on the track so far here tonight.
That's right, and heating up, though, in turns 1 and 2 was the battle of Murphy and Weibel. And here's Weibel again with another good run, but pushes out just a little bit on the exit of turn 4. And Weibel still trying to get that consistency and that rhythm down. But right now, all that momentum and consistency is sitting in the back pocket of Chase Breezy.
Chase Breezy has managed the changing racetrack as well as anyone here tonight, and he has that machine out in front, high, wide, and handsome. Here's Chase Breezy out in front of Murphy.
And there's the 17 of Dustin Hawkins, gets around McDonald there, going into turns 3 and 4. And so far right now he's looking at a top 5 for his first night up here with the big boys. And John Weibel driving it in deep, going up top where Grandpa keeps the good bourbon.
Speaking of bourbon, winners will be open for that later on the night, and that's Chase Breezy and company as they put that car out in front. His crew has to be happy with the way the machine has handled all night long. He won his heat, now dominating the feature. But one guy that's hungry and is trying to chase him down is Jeff Murphy, and he's got within a car length and even under that a couple of times.
That's right. Jeff Murphy there lost some ground in turns 1 and 2, driving it in a little too hard. But lap traffic, though, the 11 of Mallory Wishart, we saw how it panned down earlier for Howard Willis, and here it is. Jeff Murphy in striking distance within a length of Breezy.
All about the leader. How does he handle the lap traffic, and how does the guy in second find a way to take advantage? That time he closed it in, was almost side by side, and we're going to come down this time by 2 laps to go between our top 2.
And within these 2 laps with the top 2, they are within 2 lengths. And closing right there is Murphy. Jeff Murphy now within a length going into turns 3 and 4 on the back bumper of Breezy. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. It is heating up.
White flag is out. Pressure causes leaks, and right now he's applying a lot of pressure to the backside of Chase Breezy down the backstretch for the final time. Murphy going to give it everything down in turns 3 and 4. Will he find some drive off? Will he make it happen? No, not going to happen here tonight. It's going to be Chase Breezy taking on the feature win over Jeff Murphy in second.
We're going to turn him loose this time by, ladies and gentlemen. Green flag is out. Slicing and dicing up off turn number 2 down the backstretch. Cody Sear right now, your front man as we work our way in through lap number 1. Sear is your race leader, followed by the 31 machine of Tyler King. The 9 of Trailer may have elected to start at the back, but he's found his way all the way up to 3rd and now pressuring that 31 of King as they work through turns 3 and 4. Still that number 50 machine. Cody's got that machine out in front, looking high, wide, and handsome down the backstretch, followed by the 31 machine of Tyler King. The 9 of Randall Trailer rides along 3rd. Scott Smith in that 12 machine trying to draw up closer to the back end of that number 9 machine of Randall Trailer. He's been able to cut it down to maybe 2 car lengths as they work their way now through turns 3 and 4. Cross flags are down. We're halfway home here in heat race number 1 for your 600s. We got 1 car stopped over in turns 3 and 4. That's the 31 of Tyler King. And once again, strap in, hold on. It's more green flag racing. A little bit of rubbing there between the 12 and the 9. That being Scott Smith and Randall Trailer. Trailer now up to the 2nd spot. This time by, ladies and gentlemen, going to be 2 laps to go for your 600 heat race number 1. It's still the 50 machine out in front of Cody Sear, followed by the 9 of Randall Trailer.
The 12 machine of Scott Smith riding along third in the 17. Robert Harbert in the 4th spot. The white flag is down. One more lap to go. Up off turn 4, checkered flag in sight. It's going to go to the 50 machine of Cody Sear. He is your race winner. Green flag is out and we are underway. David Weibel going to take the lead up off turn number 2 down the back stretch, followed by the foray of Colton Adelet. Well, we'll just call the 29 mighty fast because that's what he's showing right now. And in fact, we have a car off the pace right now, and that's going to pull off down off turn number 2. And that was the 26J of Jacob Harris. Out in front, it's still David Weibel pacing the field out in front over the 29 of Mighty Fast. 3rd spot right now, Colton Adelet. And the 78 machine of Wyatt Wilkerson in your 4th spot. Cross flags are down. We're halfway home, and he raced number 2 for the 600s. Four slipped up in turns 1 and 2. And Adelet is going to drift back to the 4th spot. Give the 3rd spot now to Wyatt Wilkerson. This battle for the top spot starting to heat up just a little bit as David Weibel has it, and they're going to come around for 2 laps to go, and it's Mighty Fast, number 29, who wants to take it away. 2 laps remain.
Walling?
That's Mike Walling in the 29 machine in the 2nd spot. And the white flag is out. 1 more lap to go. So Weibel right now over Walling down the back stretch.
Turn 4 our Micro Sprint A main. The lineup's right. You hear the bumblebees starting to wind on up, and here we go. Green flag is in the air with the number 50 of Cody Swear. Going into turns 1 and 2, but there goes right around him. And that Mid-County Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram 18, Mr. David Weibel.
Weibel going to lead lap number 1 for us, ladies and gentlemen. That machine out in front over Mike Walling in the 29. Mike Walling now peeks to the outside, going to try to keep those RPMs up, and he'll do so down the backstretch. Whole Shot takes the lead.
And Mike Walling is no stranger to these mini sprints as he's gone from racing in the 305s and the 360s.
Yellow flag is out.
Flag comes out. 1 stop to top, turn 3. All right, so single file restart. This time by David Weibel in the 18 sets the pace. Mike Walling on his heels. Here we go. We are back underway.
Well, once again, it's a top side choice for Mike Walling down in turns 1 and 2. This time, though, going to stick it to the low side. Has that momentum off the top side. He'll go side by side with Weibel in turns 3 and 4. He'll take that race lead away. 3rd spot right now is Randall Traylor.
And yeah, right there, Randall Traylor trying to track down Cody Swear. Every race that we've had a non-sanctioned 600 micro sprint race, Cody Swear has got the job done, and he's going to try and make it 3 for 3 here tonight.
All right, now Cody Swear going to be chasing down that machine of Weibel as we've got the 12 car off the pace down the front spit. That's Scott Smith. He'll pull it down in the infield.
Cody Swear, the number 50, changes his lineup through turns 1 and 2. Tried to go right around the bottom a little bit, and it may have seemed to help out. So we'll see how it's going to carry through 3 and 4 to have a 1 complete lap. And yeah, it didn't look like it helped him out and gained any ground on the 18.
Yellow flag going to come out.
favor of the 29 of Mike Walling. You see David Weibel there getting on the gas a little bit, trying to chop that back bumper of Walling as we go back. Green flag racing, and your top three. We've got a blanket over Walling, Weibel, and Sweer.
Sweer now starting to mount the challenge on Weibel down in turns 3 and 4. He'll look high. Can he keep the momentum up? That's the big key right now for that race car. Not able to do so. Weibel holds that machine in the second spot. Walling still in the top spot. Here back in the 5th spot. A new 5th place machine. That's the 26 machine. That's Jacob Harris. And then they swap it right back in turns 1 and 2.
Yeah, Jacob Harris. They just put that car together this week. And so this is his first race back in a mini sprint. And there on the wall is the 4A of Colton Autolit upside down on his lid.
Red flag is out, and the GTRP safety crew will quickly make their way over in turns 1 and 2.
And Mike Walling leads them down into turns 1 and 2. After the restart, and Cody Sweer taps on the back of the 18 of Weibel. And that's going to push Sweer back a little bit towards the 78 machine of Wyatt Wilkerson.
Yeah, right now, Sweer just trying to gather himself back up and make chase to that machine of Weibel. Tell you what, for Weibel so far tonight, David has done a great job just maintaining that second spot. Not been able, though, to mount a challenge on Mike Walling. If Cody Sweer is going to have any opportunity, Caleb, of trying to run down Mike Walling, he has to find a way to get around Weibel and do it quickly.
Yeah, he's got to get around Weibel within the next 2 or 3 laps and then hope for a caution, because right now, Mike Walling has stretched out that lead to a full half a straight, kind of a little oxymoronic there with full half a straight. But nonetheless, Mike Walling has put it on cruise control. And, you know, David Weibel, this is his first year in a micro sprint. He's only having about 4 races under his belt. And right now, he's holding off a very strong driver.
Yeah, getting that education here early and often tonight is Weibel. Right now, his hands full with Sweer down in turns 3 and 4. Sweer down looking low, finds the drive off, and he'll slide it up and take the second spot away. Put Sweer up to second, so that was in that 2-lap period. Now, he needs a caution to find a way to chase down Mike Walling.
That's right. 2 laps to go right now, and he had the move that he needed, and he timed it perfectly. He didn't force it, waited for the opportunity, and that opportunity for Walling better approach quickly, or Cody Sweer is not going to be able to keep the streak alive.
Well, right now, Mike Walling going to see the most precious thing in motorsports next to the checkered flag, and that's the white flag. 1 more lap to go for Mike Walling as he continues to pace and drive away from the field. He comes down through turns 3 and 4 for the final time. Mike Walling will take his car, the 600, to victory lane here tonight.
And the green flag is out, and we are underway. Estes going to lead lap number 1, followed by Gary King. And Marcus Black in the 3rd spot. Corey Neal going to look to the outside. Corey Neal Jr. to the outside, down the backstretch. He'll slide her off in turns 3 and 4, and he'll take that 3rd spot away. Move that number C7 of Corey Neal Jr. up into the 3rd spot. Danny S. is getting a little bit slideways up off turn number 2 that time. Gary King still riding along 2nd. Corey Neal Jr. in 3rd. Marcus Black in the 4th spot. Oh, and Corey Neal Jr. loops it up off turn number 2 and off turn number 4, and the yellow flag is out. Green flag is back out. We're back underway. '75. Marcus Black now up into the 2nd spot. It's still Danny Estes with your top spot on the speedway. Corey Neal Jr. now working to the outside of Savannah Lovell. Give him that 4th spot. He'll take it away. Now sets its sights on the 31T of Gary King.
Marcus Black in that 75 machine. Riding low in the second spot, trying to close some ground on that 83E of Danny Estes. Going to see 2 laps to go, though, this time by, so time running out. Battle right now of the Speedway has got to be that 31T of Gary King and the C7 of Corey Neal Jr. Just that fast, the 75 has reeled in the 83E. He's going to work with the white flag out. 1 more lap to go. Went down in no man's land, that low lane down in turn 22, and look, it cost him on the exit. Now he has just enough time to reel him in one more time down in turns 3 and 4. Will he have some momentum? Can he close the ground? Up off turn number 4. Danny Estes holds off Marcus Black for the top spot. All right, fans, strap in and hold on tight. Once again, it's rookie modified green flag racing. Well, the 198 of Blake Seals going to take advantage of a nice starting spot, put himself out in front. He'll relegate Cade Lee to the second spot. Third spot, lap number 1, go to the 17 of Dustin Hawkins. Hawkins now peeking to the inside up off turn number 2, but not to be as Cade Lee holds on to that spot. He'll look once again down to the low side, and sliding up through turns 3 and 4 is that 17 machine of Dustin Hawkins. Persistence on the part of the 17 of Dustin Hawkins. Remember, patience is a virtue, especially right now on a green racetrack. Out in front, though, just cruising on a Saturday night is Blake Seals out in front. Halfway this time by, ladies and gentlemen. Still a great battle for that second spot. Hawkins peaking low, persistent down that 138 of Cade Lee. Looks to the outside. This time, the 138 shuts the door. He'll try to drive in a little bit higher this time, try to get that drive off of turn number 2. And no, 130 once again cuts him off, down off turn number 2. 2 laps to go this time by. Once again to the top side, going to use that whole shot advantage up off the top side of the Speedway. Made it look nice there up off turn number 4 and put Dustin Hawkins up to your second spot. One lap to go for your race leader, Philip Seals. Blake Seals still out in front. For the final time, up off turn number 4. 198, Blake Seals, your race winner. Second spot going to go to the 17 of Dustin Hawkins. A great run for that 17. He has more to show, I believe, in the feature later on tonight. 138 Cade Lee, he'll finish third. Go green flag racing, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, strap in and hold on tight. We're going green flag racing. Well, Blake Seals almost 4 wide for the second spot. And it's a 75 of Marcus Black in that second, now third spot. Now they're tingling, goes around, does Estes. Yellow flag is out. And that was contact between the 75 of Marcus Black and that 83E of Danny Estes. We'll wait for the official word. We're going to go green flag racing here, but you were telling me there's a lot of hungry drivers who have a lot of talent, and we're going to find out right now. Green flag is back underway.
Yeah, and you see one of those out front, the 198 Blake Seals, and also the 138 of Cade Lee. Cade doesn't have a lot of laps behind the wheel of a race car, but he is not afraid. He's right there in the gas, in the runnings for that coveted top top 3. And there's Dustin Hawkins looking to the inside of Estes.
Dustin Hawkins racing hard all night tonight, now finds himself up in the second spot and charging hard.
Hawkins has, we got him going sideways there in 3 and 4. That was Estes and Cade Lee in the 138. A little tap and go, and here comes Marcus Black to the inside of Estes through turns 1 and 2. Black gets back on the gas. Estes pushes up, and now back up front, battle for the race lead.
Hawkins just said, here I am, and I'm going to take it away as he does so off turn number 4 and relegates Blake Seals to second.
He snuck up on Blake, and Blake had no idea that he was there until it was 2 seconds too late. And now, already with a couple links between he and second out front, Dustin Hawkins.
Dustin Hawkins has said, this race is all mine. I'm not going to give it to anybody. He puts that machine out in front now, stretches the advantage over Seals by about some 9 car lengths down the backstretch.
Yeah, Dustin Hawkins, caution flag comes out on the 31T of Mr. Gary King, and that's going to be a ball game changer for Dustin Hawkins. Slow pace through turns 3 and 4. Cade Lee ready to jump there on the gas, and Hawkins takes him all the way to the exit. Seals and Lee side by side through turns 1 and 2. Seals on the run off the top, but Cade Lee in the 138 has the advantage into turns 3 and 4. Lee makes a mistake, giving the inside back to the 198 of Blake Seals as we do make it clean and green through the restart lap. Working his way up the 75 of Mr. Marcus Black to the inside of the 198 of Blake Seals. Here comes the 83 of Savannah Lovell to the inside of the 31T of Gary King. Works his way around is the 198, and Gary King gets a little sideways in front of the 83 of Lovell, but gets control of that machine once again. Lovell doesn't have a lot of nights in a limited modified, and every night she has been starting to run that car a little bit harder, and here she is not backing down from the challenge, trying to reel in the 31T of Gary King. And there goes Marcus Black into the tire.
Black goes around. That's probably going to bring us under the caution flag. And we are under caution once again here in the set to go back. Green flag racing this time off turn number 4 down. The single file restarts for the rookie mods. Green flag is out. We are back underway. Tell you what, right now it's been all Dustin Hawkins here tonight. The battles have been taking place behind them. And right now the battle for that second spot, the 138 machine and the 198. That's Cade Lee and Blake Seals. Going to try to settle it out for that second spot. Right now, it belongs to the 138 of Cade Lee.
And that restart bunches them back up. And here comes Savannah Lovell in the 83 to the inside of the 31T of Gary King. Lovell with a little bit of a run into 3 and 4, but King had the advantage of the line. And so we're going to be single file from about third place back right now as Cade Lee leading the pack with Dustin Hawkins out front.
Hawkins in his own area code out in front right now over the field, but Cade Lee has to do everything he can to hold on that second spot because there's a lot of hungry drivers right behind them that are just within arm lengths. And there's that battle continuing on between Lovell and King as they are trying to decide out who's going to take that fourth spot. And down goes the 31 of King, and he'll be tagged by the 4X as well. Now, can he finish this one off? You see that 138 tucking right up on the back bumper. Just a moment, just let him know I'm here. Don't forget about me. And we're going to find out right here, right now, who's got the guts, who's going to get the glory. Green flag is out.
And we hold our breath going down into turns 1 and 2. And here we go, the C7 young man, Corey Neal Jr. on the gas hard from the cushion of the back bumper of the 83 of Savannah Lovell. He's going to stay up to the outside, and you can see the front of that machine as it's covered in some mud.
Well, Savannah Lovell, I call her Mini Corn Dog since her dad is Corn Dog. So Mini Corn Dog right now showing her strength as she worked down on the inside of the 198 of Blake Seals. And that battle right now is tightening up between those three cars.
And around goes the 75 of Marcus Black. He does pull into the infield to keep that green flag out. Back up front, 138 of Cade Lee still holding off the 198 of Blake Seals. And here comes Corey Neal Jr. once again to the high side, trying to get around Savannah Lovell with 2 laps to go in your MK Construction A main.
These rookie mod drivers putting on a fine show for the fans here tonight, doing everything that they can to get the crowd excited. And right now, the guy who's got to be excited is guy out in front. That's the 17 of Dustin Hawkins. The white flag is out. 1 more lap to go, and that young man, Caleb, has done everything that you could ask out of a young driver here tonight.
Yeah, he decided to get back into the big track ball game after racing in go-karts, and here he is. All that has paid off, and it's going to be here tonight for another A-main win. The ladies and gentlemen, the 17 of Mr. Dustin Hawkins.
Race fans, strap in, hold on tight. It's now Gulf South Region Green Flag Racing. Dustin Gates takes the early race lead. Caleb Martin, Ray Allen Holling, your top 3. Gates now still with the race lead. Turns 1 and 2. 51 of Caleb Martin. Ray Allen Kahanick. Brandy Hoss now going to get overtaken by Tyler Harris for that 4th spot. Side by side for just a brief moment for that top spot. Dustin Gates trying to hold off Caleb Martin. Martin trying to, Martin getting a little bit out of control there in turns 3 and 4. Dustin Gates still managing that top spot out in front. The 51 of Caleb Martin regained his composure. Now trying to remount the challenge on that 6th machine of Dustin Gates. 8 laps was the scheduled distance. Going to go quickly. This next time by, signal for 2 laps to go. And there it is. 2 laps remain. Brandy Hoss off the pace down the backstretch. Will pull it into the infield. The white flag is out. Dustin Gates trying to hold off Caleb Martin and Ray Allen Kahanick with 2 laps remaining. Dustin Gates picking up the race win over Caleb Martin and Ray Allen Kahanick. Scott Smith, the pole sitter, going to be looking at the flagman, that chalk line. He is a point of reference. And green flag is out, and we are underway. Well, the 30 machine of Johnny Wassam just could not get that machine underway, and it caused some issues on that start. Looks like no ill effects on the 21 of Butch Davis as he rides on now, takes his 2nd spot away from Brandon Hanks. Harry Yarrington down to the infield now as his machine has had an issue. Still out in front, ladies and gentlemen, the 12 is Scott Smith, followed by Cody Adams. Out of Goliad, Texas, in 2nd. Cross flags are down. We're halfway home. Tyson Hall up to that 3rd spot. Brandon Yanks. Oh! Big problem up over the tire barrier. Lap car coming into play has relegated Scott Smith out of this racetrack and given the 21 of Cody Adams the race lead. Two laps remain. Cody Adams this time by, going to get the white flag and 1 more lap to go. And
And the checkered flag going to come down for Cody Adams. Goliad, Texas native, going to pick up the heat race win, followed by Jimmy Brooks going to look for that green flag. Up off turn before race fans strap in. Hold on tight. It's green flag racing. Jimmy Brooks going to lead lap number 1 up off turn number 4, followed by the 0 of Jacob Harris. Tommy Bryant now look on that low side, sliding up off turn number 4. He'll take the spot away. So move that sawblade.com machine into the second spot. He sets his sights now on Jimmy Brooks. Down in turns 3 and 4, Tommy Bryant digging hard on the low side. That time, the 7 of Jimmy Brooks just enough up off the corner to hold him off. That time now up off turn 2 one more time. Now they're wheel to wheel down the backstretch. Down in turns 3 and 4, Bryant will take the race lead. Cross flags are down. We're halfway home. That sawblade.com performance sawing machine out in front right now over the 7 of Jimmy Brooks. Then the battle between Shannon Tankersley and Jacob Harris. That's sector for the 3rd spot. Tankersley now looking low up off turn number 4. Can't get it done yet. 2 laps to go. Harris slides up high, up off turn number 2. That could cost him that 3rd spot. Tankersley down low. And Tankersley will take the 3rd spot away. 1 lap to go. And up off turn number 4. Checkered flag is down. Sawblade.com will pick up the win under Tommy Bryant's control. Let's hear you. Make some noise for the Gulf South Region American Sprint Car Series.
That's right, Jonathan. They've traveled from all over the Gulf South region to be here with you tonight. They've been itching and ready to go for their first race of the season. And here we are about to get it underway.
5X, your pole sitter, Tyson Hall. Outside of him is Cody Adams.
Inside row 2 is going to be the 21T of Mr. Ray Allen Kulhonic and the 6 of Dustin Gates to his right.
Next row is Caleb Martin, and that is the 17 machine of Shannon Tankersley.
Jimmy Brooks in the black and red 7 in the sawblade.com 28 of Tommy Bryant.
24, and we're going to go green flag racing.
And we will get you some more of these drivers as we get underway right there. The 21 jumps out front, and that is going to be all the way from Goliad, Mr. Cody Adams.
Adams out in front right now, followed by
in the yellow 17 of the Griffith Trucking Equipment, there he is, Mr. Shannon Tankersley, always a fast driver here at GTRP, reeling in the 21T of Ray Allen Kulhonic and the 30 machine, slowing down around the bottom of the track, and that's going to be Johnny Wasson.
Scott Smith going to exit down the front stretch. His night's going to come to an early end. And that 30 car is kind of like a moving chicane out there on the racetrack right now.
As is the 0-2 in turns 3 and 4, and that's going to be Harry Yarrington down the front stretch, staying to the bottom. As the leaders work their way around, here's a battle right now. Tommy Bryant and the 21T of Ray Allen Kulhonic.
Sawblade.com down to the inside. Ray Allen Kulhonic up top. They're 2 wide. Wheel to wheel up off turn number 4. It's dead even at the front stretch.
And Tommy Bryant's going to have the advantage in the slide job in 1 and 2 with Ray Allen Kulhonic. Trying to get the crossover, but can't get it done.
All the battles those 2 drivers have had over the last 10, 15 years, documented well. But out front right now in some heavy lap traffic, the 21 of Cody Adams. Look at that traffic in front of him.
Yeah, he's got the 24 Brandy Haas along with the 48 of Cody Stacy in the mix as well. and there he is in the inside around the bottom, gets past Stacy with Haas in the sights, and Dustin Gates trying to work his way around. Gates with a nice smooth move, entering turns 3 and 4.
Gates was able to close the advantage up quite a bit as he made a nice little move to the lap traffic. Now around the top side, he's now got some clear sailing to your top spot.
And here is the rest of your field trying to get through the traffic. Tommy Bryant works his way, and we got one sideways, catching the 21T of Ray Allen Kohonik, and that was the 15 machine.
Yeah, the 15 machine there putting us under the caution, and I do not have a name. I don't believe he was out here for it. No, it's Danny Burke. Danny Burke there on that 15B. Danny Burke in the 15B, and that collected Ray Allen Kohonik, and trying to get that other number there.
And that's there is going to be right there with him in the 5X of Tyson Hall, all the way from Longview, Texas. And you know,
only 8 laps complete. And that means there's plenty of racing action left, so you got to strap right back on in. Go to work. It's more green flag racing.
And we do stay clean and green through the restart lap. Everyone trying to get their lines back together. And here comes the 17 of Shannon Tankersley to the inside of Dustin Gates. Tankersley now in the top 3 on the bottom. Gates up to the high side looking for the run on the exit. And now it's going to be Tankersley with the advantage in turns 1 and 2 right around the bottom.
Tankersley hard and fast down through turns 1 and 2 this time. Now setting his sights. It's the sawblade.com, number 28 of Tommy Bryant, who's also trying to chase down that 21 of Cody Adams. Those top 3 could get nose to tail very soon.
And that's right, they can get nose to tail very soon as they are already approaching a lap car. And Tommy Bryant, after that restart, has been quick as a whip, reeling in Adams. Adams going up high, but finding success on the bottom is that sawblade.com 28.
2 different, completely different philosophies through turns 3 and 4. One sawing down on the low side, one staying smooth on the top side. Sawblade.com down low. Cody Adams up top. They are wheel to wheel off turn number 2.
Side by side right there on the exit, with Adams getting a slight advantage down the backstretch, but that lap car allowed the 17 of Shannon Tankersley to get even closer on the chase, with Brandy Haas lap car now holding up, but they're side by side, Tankersley and Bryant.
Tankersley timing his move perfectly there through 1 and 2. Now he takes a second spot away from Tommy Bryant.
Shannon Tankersley hasn't had much time behind the wheel in the last year and a half, 2 years, and he is looking to be picking up right where he left off. Side by side mistake by Cody Adams, your new race leader, the 17 of Shannon Tankersley.
Tankersley applied the pressure until it broke the 21 of Cody Adams. Now Adams has to settle back in, regain his composure, and try to make the chase. But also, don't forget about Tommy Bryant in that 28 machine.
And as of right now, Shannon Tankersley can rest easy and just focus on his marks, as he has a little bit of room between the next set of lap cars, with Cody Adams now running the bottom of the racing surface. It's changing up his line as we are cross flags halfway home. Excuse me on that, folks. I miscounted our laps here. We've got smoke coming out of Cody Adams in that 21.
Next time by will be 5 to go. Here in our Gulf South Region American Sprint Car Series, Ray Allen Kohonik off the pace down the backstretch. Tough night for the 21T. He's going to stop it right there and put us under the caution.
And that's going to change the ball game for the 17 of Shannon Tankersley. And you can see that smoke coming out of the back of Cody Adams in the number 21. And, you know, we just kind of discussed it up here just a moment. Ray Allen Kohonik in the 21T has enough driving experience and time behind him to know that if you're going to stop when you're slowing down, pull to the infield. But he wanted to bring out that gaudy yellow.
I'm not a big fan of the color yellow, so yellow flags have never been my favorite form of racing.
It's not in my color palette either.
But I'm going to put that away because I like Shannon Tankersley. He's a good kid. I've known him for several years. And it's been a while since I had the opportunity to see Shannon Tankersley race or visit Victory Lane, so either one of those are fine by me tonight. But Cody Adams still up there, still alive, still racing, along with Tommy Bryant and others. And a yellow flag's going to tie them all up together. And you pull that rubber band away and you let go, something's bound to give.
Yeah, right now you kind of see Shannon Tankersley in the 17 out front in front of the rest of the cars with nothing alone but his thoughts. He's drove the wheels off of that car, and now he's got himself an opportunity with about 5 laps to go to win the first Gulf South region event of the year.
Starting in the top 6, has found his way up to the top spot. The Channelview, Texas native, has his machine out in front. And it's Cody Adams in the 2nd spot. Again, Tommy Bryant in 3rd. And the lineup is set.
Yes, 6 to go. 19.
So now we're being told 6 to go. Hey, 1 more lap. I like that even better.
And one who might not like it is the 17 of Tankersley. He doesn't want to add any more laps to this thing. He started 3rd row outside and very patiently worked his way up to the top, and now here he is, leader, starting the race. We're going to try to finish this one out.
Well, you better get it while the getting's good. And right now, Shannon Tankersley is a man on an absolute mission. Rocketing up off turn number 4, stretching the advantage over Cody Adams, Tommy Bryant, Dustin Gates, and others.
And here comes Dustin Gates in that fast number 6 on the high line. Around goes the number 7 machine of Jimmy Brooks atop turns 1 and 2, bringing out another caution. Here we go, restart once again. Shannon Tankersley sets them underway. And Dustin Gates in the 6 going back up to the top, trying to get away from the 51 of Caleb Martin.
Those two have had a lot of history here tonight, battling for position. And right now, Shannon Tankersley, Silver Cody Adams, Tommy Bryant, and then still wheel to wheel between Caleb Martin and 6 of Dustin Gates.
Side by side is Gates and Martin. Martin gets off the gas to stay out of him with a little bit of a run. There goes Gates once again to the top side, and Martin gets the advantage in the 4th place spot and out front trying to reel in your race leader.
Well, funny change of events. Caleb Martin couldn't get by Gates earlier. Now Gates is fading. Gates is starting to really fade.
That's right, with 2 laps to go, here we are. Tires must be going away for him as the 0 of Jacob Harris starts to reel him in, and your race leader taking it 1 more lap and 4 more turns for the 17 of Shannon Tankersley.
Been well documented the success of this young man. He's tried his hand in National Series racing, and tonight he's going to have a lot of pride. He gets almost loses off of 4, but gathers it back in and takes a checkered flag. Green flag is out for your factory stock heat race number 1. Cody Tankersley going to take that race lead down the backstretch. Burton off the pace there in turns 3 and 4, gets it back underway. And that 1.55 there will settle back in 4th. Still out in front, Cody Tankersley pacing the field over Paul Vanderpool in that 2nd spot.
Tell him I said that. He's still old enough to kick my butt.
Tankersley still out in front over the legendary Paul Vanderpool. Savannah Lovell in the 3rd spot.
Kind of the reason I didn't recognize him.
2 laps to go, this time by for Cody Tankersley and Paul Vanderpool, along with Savannah Lovell and Don Burton. White flag is down for Cody Tankersley. Checkered flag is in the air and down for Cody Tankersley. He'll pick up the heat race win. Green flag is out, and they still didn't quite understand holding a steady pace before the green was shown. We'll go ahead and give it to him. Randy Lovell takes the top spot. Here comes Aaron Allen up to the second spot. Jeff Castile going to be relegated back to third with a 3:33 of Philip Guillory in fourth. Randy Lovell still pacing the field out in front over the 15 of Aaron Allen. Allen trying to reel him in down in turns 1 and 2. He's got it down to about a car length and a half as they make their way down the backstretch now. Randy Lovell able to stretch that advantage a little bit more down the backstretch into turns 3 and 4. Cross flags are down. We're halfway home here in the final heat race of the evening. And it's still Randy Lovell pacing out in front of Aaron Allen. And a little bit of a challenge now between the 3:33. It's Philip Guillory trying to find some room around that 30 machine of Jeff Castile. A little bit of a battle going on there between the 3:33 of Philip Guillory. And once again, that 30 machine of Jeff Castile still holding on to that third spot. White flag is down. One more lap to go. So get it while the getting's good for that 15 machine of Aaron Allen. He'll try his hardest up off turn number 2 to stay at pace with Randy Lovell. One more chance down in turns 3 and 4. And he'll dive it in low, but going to pay the price on exit. And Randy Lovell will pick up the heat race win over very hard charging Aaron Allen. Here comes a foul. Contact in turns 3 and 4. Castile will take the third spot.
The green is in the air, folks. Here we go. Randy Lovell to the outside. It's his showtime. We do stay clean and green. Randy Corndog Lovell out front with Cody Tankersley, the 99, on the chase. And there's the great battle here for that third place spot.
2 wide for the top spot, 2 wide now for that third spot. Down low is that number... That's number 15 of Aaron Allen. And we got him spinning and crashing over in turns 3 and 4. 2 cars collected. And we will stay green. Still side by side for the top spot. Cody Tankersley down low. Randy Lovell up top. We saw this earlier tonight with Lovell, that top spide staying smooth and a youngster. Well, Cody's been at this for a while now, but still not has the experience of Randy Corndog Lovell.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Cody's a very talented driver, but Randy Lovell, much like Howard Willis, has a lot of laps behind the wheel of a race car, and Jeff Castile right there stays out of the line. That was the 155 of Don Burton that stayed out of the line there. Wait, Don Burton.
Really? That's right, Don Burton. 70-year-old Paul Vanderpool working right now down on the low side. That yellow machine.
63, I'm sorry. That's 15 minutes.
Yeah, there it is. Aaron Allen.
3 wide there. Paul Vanderpool in the middle. Savannah Lovell down low. She takes that spot away. A lot of age difference between those two drivers, between Savannah Lovell. And there goes Aaron Allen around, and he's self-spun up off turn number 4.
Yeah, Savannah Lovell was right there with that lap car of Jeff Castile with Paul Vanderpool, and she said, I ain't got time for that. I'm making a way through. So now Randy Lovell's out front. Cody Tankersley as the yellow flag comes out.
Yeah, Aaron Allen just having a tough spot, making his way up off turn number 4. Caution flag is out. And you know what? We haven't talked about it as much as we should have, but that battle between Cody Tankersley and Randy Lovell just been door to door, lap after lap.
Yeah, and you know, one thing that paid off for Randy with racing 2 classes is he got to see what the track was going to start shaping up to be when he ran the street stock feature. But at the same time, we've had a lot of laps put on this racetrack since then.
Have been a great deal of laps, especially coming up right after those sprint cars. It's like rolling a dice. You never know what track you're going to get after the sprint cars. But so far, that 83 machine still stout out in front of Cody Tankersley. Then a great story, Savannah Lovell. You might say this is the Lovell sandwich, and Cody Tankersley is right in the cheese spot.
Yeah, if there's one thing that Savannah Lovell wants right now, and she is to get around that 99 of Cody Tankersley, because you know what? I've heard some stories of her and her dad going back and forth at Battleground Speedway a few times, and she's not one to shy away from trying to put a pass on her dad.
No, she's not. It takes me back to many years ago watching Bobby Allison and Davey Allison battle out father and son. Well, here's a father and daughter combination, and that would be so much fun. A lot of memories will be made here tonight to see those two battle for the race lead. But Cody Tankersley says, not so fast, my friend.
That's right, and so does Paul Vanderpool. He started coming on in the last couple laps before that yellow came out, and he's got a good car there. He hasn't had a lot of laps in it so far since he's got it, but he's making the most of it here tonight.
When I saw that car, I could not tell it was Paul Vanderpool because I'm so accustomed to the old Paul Vanderpool car that's been around for so many years. And contact was on that start between Cody Tankersley and Savannah Lovell, and that opens the door for Paul Vanderpool, 70-year-old birthday recently, now puts it in third.
Yeah, and Paul Vanderpool had a good move, and making a move there is the 83 of Lovell to the inside of Vanderpool. She got a little roughed up on the start, as you said, Jonathan, but you know what? She's not shying away from another battle against a very tough seasoned driver.
Well, that's just a beautiful thing to watch Savannah Lovell right now battling out with Paul Vanderpool. Two very clean, very energetic drivers going at each other like there's nothing else in the world they'd rather do than to put that car in victory lane here tonight. Randy Lovell, Corn Dog, still out in front. You see the damage on the right rear of the 99 of Cody Tankersley. That happened with a contact with Savannah Lovell on that restart.
Yes, that's exactly right. You can see that sheet metal damage on that right rear quarter panel. And on the exit of turn 2, Cody pushed up a little bit and nearly got Randy Lovell's left rear. So it's going to be interesting to see if, hopefully we don't have one of those little touch and goes like right there, very close. And here comes Savannah, the inside of Paul Vanderpool.
Savannah Lovell now digging hard down to the low side. This entry point going to be clear. Can she smooth it? Can she do it right? Back onto the gas, mats it up off turn number 4. She'll drive up right in front of Paul Vanderpool and close the door.
You know, she's had a lot of laps at GTRP all the way from junior minis, and I know she was still running those when you had your tenure out here, Jonathan. And you know, since then, she's done nothing but get better. She's run in limiteds and in here, and you can see all of that paying off with his experience around this tricky triangle.
Whether it was the Harris brothers back in the junior minis back in 2009, right now you're seeing all these drivers grow up real big. But the guy who's still big and bad is Randy Lovell.
And Lovell's going to have lap traffic coming into play right now with 2 laps to go. And the 155, there he is, of Don Burton.
Savannah Lovell lost it up off turn number 4, and that's going to cost her that 3rd spot. And boy, the lap car really changed the complexion that battled the top spot.
Yeah, Cody Tankersley had a great opportunity right there, but as Randy came up on Don Burton, Burton really didn't get out of the way. White flag waving here for Randy Lovell. Can he hold on with only 4 more corners?
Corn Dog showing it off out in front here so far tonight, and Cody Tankersley would like nothing more in this final set of corners to pull the upset. But something tells me Randy Lovell's not going to let that happen. Smooth as silk. He'll take that 83 to victory lane. Randy Lovell takes it home tonight.